Okay, who is it? Take a look. Yep, you were right. It is Sean Rees in handcuffs. Happy New Year.
It's showtime, folks.
It's showtime.
Welcome to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Trooper Leroy with the State Police. How are you doing today?
How you doing, Trooper?
Good. I'm here to find out what your business here is at the airport today.
Nothing. Just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist.
You know, auditors are required to memorize a script prior to hitting the streets and lobbies, and in this case, an airport. The classic lines are, call your supervisor.
You know what? I want to see your supervisor. Get officer, I want a supervisor. I'm asking you for a supervisor. I want to see a supervisor.
Okay, I don't need to get...
Call me a supervisor. I'm asking you for a supervisor.
Okay, and I'm telling you no.
I want a supervisor.
Am I being detained?
Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you understand?
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
You're a public servant.
You're a public servant. I'm asking you to serve me with the CAD number of this.
And the ever popular, I'm a journalist, gathering content for a story.
Just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist.
The judge implied that I was just going around harassing people and calling it journalism.
Good. I'm here to find out what your business here is at the airport today.
Reyes is filming at an airport. The trooper asked him what his business is being there. You know, now, prior to 9/11, anyone filming at an airport raised no red flags. But in today's world, that trooper's question is legit. To a man who is all alone, he's got no luggage, he's walking around in circles, going in no specific direction, and he's being evasive.
I'm here to find out what your business here is at the airport today.
Nothing. Just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, great. Do you have your ID on you?
I'm not going to provide you my ID, Trooper.
By a state trooper for your ID, you're going to have to provide that.
This Connecticut, sir, is not a stop and ID state, and unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion, I've committed
I'm about to do that. I'm not here to get a legal advice from you.
Finally, some officer who cuts off an auditor's canned legal lecture.
I'm asking legally an order from a state trooper to provide me your ID. You're causing alarm at the airport. Multiple people have come up to us asking what you're doing.
There's a TSA supervisor who just told me I was well within my rights.
Please?
Sir, let's see.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
I'm going.
Put your hands behand your back, please.
Sir, okay.
Sir.
I'm not going to cause any alarm. I don't.
Last answer.
I don't have an. I'm not going to put any. I'm not. I don't even have any ID on me, sir.
That's going to be it. Okay.
I can give you my name and date of birth if you'd like. Do you have your body camera on, sir?
581.
One detained. Refusing to provide ID.
I didn't.
Is there anything on you that's going to harm me, poke, anything sharp?
I don't consent to any searches.
Let me explain once and for all, the whole issue is when you can legally search somebody. This officer can't search Reyes right here because he's only detaining him, but he can pat down his outer clothing for a safety check. Now, after an officer says the magic words, you're under arrest, that's a thing called search incident to arrest, and you can do a full body search.
I didn't ask you that. Is there anything on you that's going to harm me?
No, and I don't.
Knives, needles, weapons?
No.
No? Where's your ID?
I don't have one.
No? What's this, sir?
That's my car key. Sir, I'm an independent journalist working on gathering content for a story.
Okay.
I have not broken any laws.
No one said that you did. You're not under arrest right now. You're being detained.
But why are you detaining?
You're interfering with my investigation.
Sir, you need to have reasonable articulable suspicion.
I'm articulating that to you right now, that you're causing a disturbance at the airport.
No, I'm not. But
yes, you are.
Gathering content, I'm an independent journalist, sir.
Another auditor myth. Journalists, whether independent or affiliated with a major network, have nada privileges than any other private citizen. They can't film in areas where filming is prohibited. They can't access secure areas. And if they're loitering around an airport acting suspicious, they can be asked to ID.
You need to stop and listen to me. I'm trying to identify you because you're causing a disturbance at the airport. You refuse to provide me your ID. You're clearly doing this on purpose.
I'm not.
So we're going to go through the books by this.
I'm gathering content for a story. I told everybody I'm an independent journalist.
I get that. Now we're going to prove that, sir.
There is no proof of that. The First Amendment grants me the right.
What's your last name?
I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to
ask you again. What's your last name?
If I do not give you my name, sir,
you're going to be placed under arrest and taken to be fingerprinted to identify you.
Okay, my last name is Reyes.
How do you spell that?
Reyes.
Yeah.
As long as you say that, if you say you're going to put me under arrest, I will give you my name.
That's what we would have to do to identify you. It's not what I want to do.
You have no. I
came over here just to identify you.
You have no right to identify.
Your first name, Mr. Reyes?
You have no right to identify.
Are you going to stop arguing with me? Because this is causing a big problem now.
My first name is Sean.
Yep.
Paul. One word. Can I get your supervisor here, Lavoy? Under threat of arrest, I'm providing you that information.
Reyes folded pretty quick, and his voice changed once he was in cuffs. Just saying.
Under threat of arrest, I'm providing you that information.
It's not a threat. It's me telling you what has to happen.
Can I speak to your supervisor, Lavoy?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
581 Bradley.
581.
Name and date of birth. Unknown on the state, he's refusing to provide that. Let me know when you're ready. What state do you reside in?
Sir, I told you since you're detaining me, I'm not going to answer any more questions. I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent because I want to speak to a supervisor, please. Because you're making a big mistake here, Trooper. I'm telling you, you are.
Unfortunately, sir, you made the mistake by not identifying yourself.
I told you I was an independent journalist.
That's great. No, you still need to identify yourself. You're in an international airport. Okay?
The law,
the security of everyone here is more important than that right now.
Mr.
Reyes.
Yes.
There was no need for you to be handcuffed. You made it this way. You put yourself in this situation. Absolutely not. Not until my backup arrives.
I'm not a threat.
You're detained right now. You're my responsibility. If you fall over, you're my responsibility. You're saying that, but I don't know that. I don't know that you're not a threat to anything here at the airport.
Sir, the way the world works, you can't handcuff people because you don't know if they're a threat or not, sir. That's dangerous that you're acting like this, really. Just because you're an officer doesn't mean give you the right.
You can keep trying to provoke this, but it's not going to work.
Sir, how am I trying to provoke it? I'm trying to instruct you and educate you.
That's not your job.
Jeez. Boom.
An unlawful detainment. This is you know what that's going to happen, right?
Are you trying to scare me?
I'm just saying.
Are you trying to intimidate me?
Is the supervisor is coming?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm sure he's going to explain it to you. I'm sure he is.
The supervisor arrives and does explain things, but not the way Reyes predicts.
All right, sir. Multiple people came up to me, including TSA, saying this guy was acting very suspicious at the checkpoint. I observed him recording, which is nothing wrong with that. However, when I went to identify him to find out what his business here at the airport, he refused to comply. Okay. Wouldn't provide me any ID. When I asked him to put his hands behind his back because he wasn't being compliant with me and I was investigating, he refused to do so. It took me 4 or 5 verbal attempts to get him to do that. Had to physically put his hands behind his back. He says he's a journalist and he was recording, but he has no documentation of that. I just did a pat down. I didn't do a search, obviously. Recording the TSA checkpoint, recording passengers, and people were just alarmed and disturbed by what he was doing.
Like I said, the longer I'm in here, the longer you guys are violating my rights. So I would, as a supervisor, I would advise you to do the right thing here, sir, and have me undetained. Okay. Because I have not broken any laws. Okay. And your trooper has a grave misunderstanding of Connecticut law, saying that a trooper, if they ask for your ID, you are obligated legally to provide it. And I think I would like to file a formal complaint against this trooper. Okay. And I'll be writing a statement to your internal affairs, but I'd like to file a complaint with you as a supervisor.
Well, I'm going to direct you to our professional standards unit.
You're not going to take a complaint from me?
I don't take complaints. But I will advise that.
Could you do that for me? Can you advise him that that's not the law? That's dangerous.
No. Actually, he had a reason to question you. You chose not to cooperate with him. You became the subject of an investigation. So
I do not have to provide my ID unless he articulates a crime.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, do we have your name? Are you going to provide your name?
He told me he was going to arrest me, trooper. This is what I'm saying. I understand you guys have your thin blue line and you guys stick together. I get that.
Listen.
But what I'm saying is, if he's breaking the law,
or I'm going to leave. Stop talking.
I mean, you can leave whenever you'd like, sir.
You guys are all set?
Somehow Sean believes that he won this, but the troopers refuse to be disrespected, and they let Sean know that.
Be careful, man. Come on, what's wrong with you? Come on, man. This is all I'm called for. I don't know. I'll be talking to professional standards since your sergeants don't want him to do anything. You need to learn the law.
Don't point. Listen, we're done talking. We're done. Get your stuff. Let's go. Let's go, sir.
Not even a simple infraction?
Huh?
Not even a simple.
No, just let him go.
Simple infraction for what? I didn't break the law.
All right, let's go.
You did. You violated my rights.
Okay, let's go to the scorecard. Reyes filed a complaint with the Connecticut Police Professional Standards. They found that his detainment was lawful. Reyes did not file a lawsuit. And if Reyes is a journalist, he's not a very good one. John Ligato Show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you're enjoying my show, please like, share, and subscribe. Semper Fidelis.